It's December 28th, and I'm here in Pennsylvania for the late flintlock season. You can only use flintlocks as far as muzzleloaders go. No percussion caps or modern ones, anything like that. We got nice snow coverage. It's the end of the day. I flew in from Texas today, drove all the way here, and I'm down here in this gully area. And we're going to see if I can't fill some of my doe tags. And if you look right over here, I've been watching a really good deer trail. You can see they've been pounding that. They come right down this hill. They come from over those areas. There are fields behind us, and they're coming from the bedding area this direction. So I'll be watching this hillside. I just came down through this stuff, and there are just tracks just everywhere through here, going uphill, going downhill. So like I said, I'm here to fill some doe tags, so hopefully that's what comes by. It's about 4, so we won't have a lot of time left. Of course, I got my long rifle with me, the one I built, and just loaded it up in the house here a few minutes ago, and hopefully I get a shot here, and definitely try to get it on camera. That's been a goal of mine for a long time now, and I would really like to do that this time, but we'll see. The snow is going to make them stand out, so if something's coming in this direction, or even just moving, I've seen them go this way on the hillside too, I'll be able to spot them very easily. I guess you guys probably can't see that, but those are some deer trails. Do you see that? That is just, they've been just coming through here, and that's what's great about snow, is not only can you see them, but you can see where they've been going and what they've been doing. So we're going to sit tight here to the end of the day. It's 5 o'clock and nothing yet. Not even a noise or anything like that. So I'm going to keep waiting, but I only have about a half hour left. And it's getting dark pretty fast. You can see the sunset behind me here. So once that's down, that's going to be it. I'm going to head back up the hill where I came from, and maybe there's something between me and where we parked the truck, because it's almost too dark to see in here now, at least for open sight shooting, you know. And it's easier to see out there where the fields are. It's lighter, you know, without these trees, and nothing's come by yet. Well, it's the next morning. It's December 29th. 2022, and I'm back here in the spot that I was in for the evening last night, and I haven't seen any deer today yet. It's pretty cold. It's colder than I thought it was going to be. We still have a lot of snow cover. You can see all that snow still here, so we have good visibility. My dad is in a different area, but at some point when he starts getting cold, he said he's going to walk towards me, and I don't know when that's going to be, but there might be something between us, and if so, he could push it my way. So I'm just going to sit down here in this little ravine, and we're going to wait. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon here, and coming back to this spot, my spot, I jumped, I don't know, there was a bunch, I couldn't even count, 10 maybe more, and I was trying to get my gun up, but I was on a road, so I was out in the middle of the open, and they saw me, because they were crossing the same road, and they stopped and they saw me, and they started bolting. They were running real fast. And I don't want to take like a running shot, but there was a massive buck in there. I mean, massive rack. I don't know how big, but it was big, very big. And of course, I already filled my buck tag, so I'm only here for doe. So now my dad's here, and he can get a buck, but they took off. And it's funny because the spot I was heading to, my spot where I'm at right now, they ran right in front of here. Like if I had been right here and they had come by, they would have been pretty close. And what's also funny is when I got here, if you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but here's the tree where I sit, okay? And those are deer tracks right here. That's an old milk crate I used to sit on. And I sit on a bucket now on the other side of this tree. But these are deer tracks right here. Right? Literally feet from where I am sitting. Isn't that something? I've seen a lot of deer tracks close by, out here in the snow and stuff like that over the years, but I've never seen tracks that close. And where those deer would have run by would have been right through here like this. They kind of split off, and a larger group went back, but maybe 2 to 3 went just straight this way. So I don't know. They definitely saw me, and they were running really fast at that point. But it's still only like 1:30, and I'm hoping that maybe they'll just turn around and calm down and come back for the evening, because the fields are behind us this way. So everything beds down basically out there, real deep in the woods, and they come back towards this way in the evening to go out to the fields. So I'm hoping they just calm down and they settle down and come back this way. Hopefully, who knows. But that was kind of exciting. I was trying to get my gun up. I was going to take a shot at the doe that were in the group, but messing around with a set trigger. I don't know if your flintlock has a set trigger, and I'm not a fan of them. And if you see, it actually has 2 triggers. Well, one is the real trigger. This one up front, which is kind of a strange looking one. It's just straight. That's the actual trigger that makes the gun actually fire. That makes the cock go forward, hit the frizzen, create the sparks, ignite the powder that goes in the touch hole that ignites the powder on the inside of the barrel, which shoots the ball. That's how it works. But the set trigger, this curved trigger, you have to pull that first, where this front trigger doesn't work. And when you do pull this back one, this makes this, you see that? It's a hair trigger. You barely have to touch it, and it'll fire. But this has to be pulled the whole way back first. And this is also half cocked. If you've ever heard the term going off half cocked, it probably came from this. I don't know why or how, but this is on half cock. So if I shut my frizzen, and I don't have any powder in the pan, but if I shut it, I can pull these triggers all day long and it's not going to go off, because this is not actually cocked or fully cocked. You pull this back even further. Then you have to pull the set trigger. Then you pull the front trigger. Then, hopefully, everything else works out. And if you wonder why I'm sitting here without powder in the pan, it's because when I walk through the woods, I generally I try to hold my gun level, but that powder shifts around. Some of it falls out, and when I get to a spot and I sit down, I put the powder back in. It's just something I do, and I'll even poke the touch hole. If you can see it in there, see the touch hole? That's hard to see in this light, but a little tiny hole in there. I'll poke it with a pin and just clear it out, because sometimes the powder can get in that touch hole, and believe it or not, even though it's gunpowder, if it's kind of compacted in there and it's like, it's firm, it won't actually ignite. And I have had that happen before to me, more than once. So this is how I do it now. I'm always cleaning that out and adding new powder. So, but yeah, if you're thinking that that's kind of annoying having two triggers, it is. And as those deer were running in front of me, I was fumbling around trying to get that set trigger pulled and get it fully cocked, because, well, you can't fire your gun without those things. In a modern rifle, you simply just click off the safe and you're ready to go. But these flintlocks, they're not the same kind that we have today. So that was another reason why I didn't get a shot. And I don't want to take a shot at a running deer, and I don't want to hit a buck because I don't have a buck tag anymore. I already filled that. So I will keep you updated, and hopefully something else comes out. It's still fairly early. Like I said, it's not even 2 o'clock yet. And the deer really start moving more like 4, 5, something like that. And I'll be waiting here. Well, I missed that one. I don't know how much is on camera. My dad called me, said he was heading to the truck, so I stood up and I said, yeah, I'll come out too then with you. And on our way back to the truck, and there was a deer right there on the hill, so I stayed motionless for a long time, and it was staring at me. And then it just kind of got tired of, looking at me. I guess it decided I wasn't danger, and it just started to, come down the hill fairly slow. So when its head got behind a tree, I got my rifle up, and I had the camera turned on. I'm not sure it caught anything yet. Well, I haven't reviewed it, but that's where it was facing. And I waited, and I got up on it, and I got broadside, but it was looking right at me. I think it saw me do that, and I figured it was now or never, so I took the shot. But I just rangefind it, and I'm really surprised to say that it was a 71-yard shot, which I did not think it was that far away at all. I wouldn't have taken a 71-yard shot. That's kind of crazy, but I didn't think it was that far. But it's the end of the day. It was a doe. I have a doe tag. I was standing up to leave, so I figured it was worth a shot, to take a shot. So I'll review the footage, and definitely didn't get it. With this snow, you can tell if there's blood or hair or anything. I followed the tracks because you can follow it very easily. Followed it up there. I heard it snorting way off in the distance, so. And it ran like it was completely fine too, but you always check. You always gotta double check. Well, I've lost count on how many deer I've missed with my rifle, but that's another one. Instead of reloading it, I'm gonna take it home. I'm gonna clean it and then reload it. Well, that was a 71-yard shot, and definitely I missed. I was surprised to find out that it was that far away, because it sure didn't seem like that at the time. I would have guessed 35, 40 yards. So I was surprised to find that the rangefinder said that it was that far away. So, but I guess there's no surprises there. You take a shot that far, but it was broadside. I thought I had a good chance with that shot, but no luck.
So I brought my muzzleloader home and I cleaned it. Cleaned it a lot better than you can clean it in the woods. I do bring cleaning patches and a few things to help. I swab out the barrel first before I try to reload, because there's just so much in the barrel at that point that it's very difficult to do. So I took it home and I was able to clean it a lot better. It was a lot easier that way. I used 90 grains of powder. And there's, since this is a flintlock, there's double F and triple F. They're different sizes. One goes down your muzzle, hence muzzle loader, and then one goes in the pan. So I grease my patches too with boar butter, and I really recommend this stuff if you don't use it, if you don't have it, if you've never tried it. I really suggest using it because it really helps. It makes the process a lot easier. It slides down, and you can use various things. You don't have to use this brand or anything like that, and some people will even use their own spit but on their patch. But I just find boar butter by Thompson Center really works well. And of course I have a 50 caliber ball. That's what I shoot, 50 caliber. So again, even with the cleaning, it's not as easy as it could be. All right, well, I'm going to get ready to go back out for tomorrow morning. So let's see how we do then. Let's hope that we find some deer in the morning.
Well, it's December 30th today, and it's another cold one. And we're out here in the morning. Haven't seen anything yet but those turkeys. And my dad got cold, and he decided to take a walk, so he headed off, and I'm going to sit tight a little bit. I'm getting cold too. I'm going to try to stay here as long as I can. It's about 9 o'clock, and I thought I would have seen something by now, so I didn't, but we're gonna keep at it today. We came out for the afternoon here. Didn't see anything in the morning. I haven't seen a deer all day, so we'll see. We'll see. It warmed up a lot and lost a lot of the snow, but now the temperature's dropping again. So I'm gonna stay here till it starts getting dark. Well, it's December 31st. It's last day of the year, and probably last day I get to do some muzzleloader hunting, so I didn't get anything last night, didn't even see anything all day. Today I saw two out in the open when I was walking in here, and it's supposed to start raining at 10 a.m. today. So once that happens, you can't flintlock hunt in the rain, so that'll be the end. So just sitting here for the morning and hoping something comes by. Well, it's just about 10:30, and it hasn't started to rain yet, but the clouds definitely have moved in, and it was so cold I had to move. So I was kind of hunting my way back to the truck here, but I'm gonna stick it out here. Wait for my dad to come through, let him know that I got cold and I was moving. I know it's supposed to rain, but it's so cold, I'd be surprised if it's raining, because it's really cold. It's probably the moisture in the air, but I haven't seen anything, so I don't think my dad has. He definitely didn't take a shot anyways, so. Oh, you know what? Yep, there it is. I hear the rain. I hear the rain. Yep, here it comes. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah. I'm standing in this nice big thick pine tree, so I'm not going to get wet here at the moment, but also deer are going to be hunkered down in this kind of stuff. They're not going to move. And maybe that's why I wasn't seeing them, because they know the storm's coming and they're going to just stay where they are, getting some real thick stuff. So black powder will not work in the rain. Even if you got a drop on your pan, that powder will not light up. So it's almost impossible to hunt in the rain, even sometimes snow. So we'll see. It's not coming down hard, but it just takes one drop. So all right, I better call Dad here and see where he is and what he's doing. Well, I didn't end up getting anything this year in my muzzleloader hunt, and I still really enjoyed myself. But that's why it's called hunting. You don't always get something when you go out in the woods. I didn't see a whole lot this year. I still encourage you guys, though, to go out and try muzzleloading if you haven't done it. I love every second of it when I get to do it. So thank you for joining me on this hunt, even though it was not successful. As far as getting a deer, it's still successful if you go out and have a good time, which I did. So I shouldn't say it wasn't successful. I guess it was. But well, also, Happy New Year. And thanks for watching.